We're going to learn today a Sichos Likkutei Sichos Chelek Yutes. The adding of the Sichos is Parshas Tavo, Chai Elul. And this is from the project Likkutei Sichos. And next week we wouldn't be able to learn the project because we learned it last year. They put it on this year in the project. I don't think we should learn it again. So we learn another Sichos Mirz Hashem next Thursday. Say it again? I could send it to you or have it, we have it taped. Okay. Very, very interesting Sichos, very fundamental Sichos, very important Sichos. It's a Sichos that the Rebbe is going to find the connection between Parshas Tavo and Chai Elul, and just unbelievable how the Rebbe parallel everything that is in Parshas Tavo we could see in Chai Elul. Main thing what it brings out here is what's the innovation of the Baal Shem Tov, what the Baal Shem Tov innovated Chassidus, and then what did the Alter Rebbe add on to the Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov was the Miyasi, the creator of Teuras Chassidus Aklolis. The Alter Rebbe added on Teuras Chassidus Chabad, and it's something that it's very obligating. It's a schus to be in Teuras Chassidus Chabad, to be a Lubavitcher Chassid, and it teaches us how much we have to learn and try to do what the Alter Rebbe innovated and gave us the power, gives us the koyach, how to fulfill all this that the Alter Rebbe innovated. Chai Elul, the Yom Haledes from Shnei HaMoros HaGdolim. It's based on a pasuk in Chumash Parshas Bereshis. It's that the Rebbe put on Shnei HaMoros HaGdolim. So Chai Elul is the day, the birthday of the two big luminaries, the Baal Shem Tov, Miyaseh from Teuras Chassidus HaKlolis, and the Alter Rebbe, Miyaseh from Teuras Chassidus Chabad. Both of them were born on Chai Elul. The Baal Shem Tov was born in Shnas Nachas, Tov Nun Ches, and the Alter Rebbe was born in Shnas Keos, Tov Kuf Hey. It's allemal Chal b'Smichos Shabbos Parshas Tavo, or the Shabbos Parshas Tavo Alei. Always Chai Elul comes out like this week. This week we learn Chitas now every day. Even this coming Shabbos, we're going to read the Mirz Hashem Shabbos Parshas Tavo. So the whole week is called Parshas Tavo. Sometimes Chai Elul comes out mamish in Shabbos. So there must be a connection between Shabbos, between Parshas Tavo and Chai Elul. Bald as alle moyade von los meyuet, as man mit der speziellen Inhalt. Okay. Rabbi added on that they were born on Wednesday, but there was Chai Elul Wednesday. So Shnei HaMoros HaGdolim, as it says in B'Yom Revi, was Nitl HaMoiro, is the Shemesh and the Yoreach. Very good, thank you. Okay. Bald as alle moyade von los meyuet, as man mit der speziellen Inhalt. What's los moyed? Moyed means a time that the Rebbe just said this day is with a special inyan. As alle moyade Ashon as eine Merumes in the Parshas Torah was very gelernt in this man in welches is eine Chal. We learned it so many times, and it's based on a shlo. The shlo says in Parshas Vayeshev, beginning of Parshas Vayeshev, it says that Vayeshev always comes out in Chanukah. You must find in Parshas Vayeshev a connection to Chanukah. Comes Shavuos. Shavuos is not a parsha from Israel. Shavuos is a parsha somewhere in a different place. So the Shalosh says you must find something connected with the parsha that always comes at Shavuos. Comes Purim, you have to find out something with Purim. Whenever there's a parsha and there's something in this week, has to be a very major connection between them. The mail is it says that so we have to say as in Parshas Tavo is merumes euch der Teuchen von Chai Elul. We fragt as wird angerufen Jonte von Moed. So we have to find something connected between Chai Elul in and Parshas Tavo, and especially that it's called a Yom Tov. There's a famous story the Friedrich Rebbe writes in the Rebbe writes in the Sefer HaSichos, I think Tavshin Gimel. Friedrich Rebbe writes that when he was 17 years old in Tov Reish Nun Zayin, the Rebbe Nishmosoid, his father called him in Yud Zayin Elul. When he told him that tomorrow morning you should go to mikveh and you should not say Tachnun, and next morning when they met, he told them a good Yom Tov. So see that it's a Yom Tov. If you call it the Rabbeim call it a Yom Tov, for sure that there has to be some connection with the Parshas Tavo. Always based. Now we're going to see that the connection, what it is. Der Name von unser Sedre, was ist in hier is angedeiht, Kedua der Teuchen von der ganzen Sedre, along the Rebbe in a lot of Sichos explained that the names that they gave to the Parshas, so each Parsha with the name that the Parsha has, is already giving out the whole idea of the Parsha. The Rebbe is going to bring out that even in the word Tavo itself, we're going to find the connection between the Parsha and Chai Elul. Der Name von unser Sedre, was ist in hier is angedeiht, Kedua der Teuchen von der ganzen Sedre, is Ki Tavo. The Teich von Tavo Elo Oretz is, what does it mean Ki Tavo Elo Oretz when you're going to come into Eretz Yisrael? Is Le'acha Yerusha V'Yeshiva. What does it mean? The Rebbe is explaining it. Und nicht nur in unser Parshe, wo der Posik ist mefaret wie Richter wie Shavtabo, nur wie Chazal sagen, Gemara says in Kiddushin, as umetum, wo steht Kisobe, wie Kayotze Baze, meint es lacha Yerusha wie Yeshiva. It says in the Torah in this Parshe, Kisobe elo Oretz, wie Richter wie Shavtabo. So the Choire, as the Rebbe is going to say further, but if you learn it simple Chumash, it comes out, when you come to Eretz Yisrael, wie Richter you're gonna, it's Loshen Yochid, you're gonna inherit it, you're gonna conquer it, and then when you Shavtabo, you're gonna get your Chelek. There's Al Pigor level what you get in Chelek. As soon as you get it, it's Kisoboy. You're there. The Rebbe says no. The Rebbe is going to bring down the halacha is like this: that as long as it didn't go by 7 years of conquering and 7 years of dividing, there is no mitzvah of bikurim, and there's not called that it's Tovoy. When is it Tovoy? Yerishto v'Shavtabo. Everybody, all Am Yisrael. The Chazal songs, and from this passage we learn wherever it says in the Torah Kisoboy, when is it? What does it mean? After when it says Kisoboy. Now, Azumatum we said Kisoboy. Wherever it says Kisoboy, it means after conquering and dividing. Not you yourself. And it's very interesting because after 7 years, then came the 8th year, the 9th year, the 10th year. By 12 years, most of the Eden got already the Chelke. It's still not called Richter v'Shavtabo. Richter v'Shavtabo goes and Kol Am Yisrael till the last one got it. Bald as this is the Taish from Kisoboy, b'chol mokoy, not only here, in every place where it says Kisoboy, it means Ache Yerusha v'Yeshiva. Is verstandig, is self-understood, as a gam, lernt es von dem, was Pochat Lecha Kosu Be'echot Mem Lacha Yerusha v'Yeshiva. Where is it? Here in this posik, it says Kisoboy Elohoretz, v'Richter v'Shavtabo. In Parshas Shlach, it just say Voyo Kisoboy. Although we learn it out from here, liegt das aber in dem Teuchen vom Wort Tavo Gufe. Because I see in the places where it says Sobo itself, it means also Ache Yerusha v'Yeshiva. So in the word Tovoi, it means everybody, not you yourself. Noch mehr, Yerusha v'Yeshiva meint nicht die Yerusha v'Yeshiva, as mentioned before, Yerusha v'Yeshiva von dem Yochid. As noch dem wie bakum sein Chelek in Eretz Yisrael, darf bringen Bikurim. No, it doesn't mean wie Richter v'Shavtabo, wie Richter Loshen Yochid you. No, noch die Yudalet Shono, shekovshu v'cholku. Ganz Eretz Yisrael, after 7 years conquering, and another 7 years till they gave everybody his part in Eretz Yisrael. Mashnamol ben Vayel given, the Rebbe brings on Likkutei Sichos, dem Diuk Loshen Rashi, in only from unser set a beautiful, very interesting point in Rashi, what Rashi is saying. Rashi says, Voyo Kisove Elohoretz v'Richter v'Shavtabo. So Rashi says, Magit shlo yischayvu bebikurim ad shekovshu es ha'oretz v'chilkuo. What does it mean? Rashi could have said, and zogt nit al derech v'der Loshen HaKosu, Lacha Yerusha v'Yeshiva. It says in Posik v'Richter v'Shavtabo. Comes Rashi and changes. Rashi says, Loshen kovshu es ha'oretz v'chilkuo. It doesn't depend on you and the Gavre. It depends on the whole idea and Oretz. Is damit is Rashi madgish? What is Rashi coming to tell us? That when is the chiyuv of Bikurim? Because right after that it says about Bikurim, right? V'Richter v'Shavtabo. Then you should bring Bikurim to the Beis Hamikdash. V'Richter v'Shavtabo. Though look at footnote number 15, what we mentioned before. Kalosh Yerusha v'Yeshiva efshar lefarish al derech hapshat. If I learn Chumash without Rashi, without Aloche, al Hayochid, v'Rishto v'Yeshavto. So what's Rashi indicating here? That meant kibush v'chiluk ha'oretz from ganzen land was hat genommen Yudalet Shono. That's why Rashi is saying completely different logic than it says in Chumash. It doesn't say v'Rishto. You're gonna inherit your place. No, it says kibush ha'oretz v'chalukas ha'oretz. B'meile is euch der Inyan in v'Rishto v'Yeshavto liegt in Teuchen vom Wort Tovoi. So I say that it means that everybody has to get his place. I could find it in the word Kitov itself, because in a lot of places in Torah it says only Tovoi, and I say when is that? When everybody comes in. So we have to find in the word Tovoi that it means everybody. Where do we see it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. First glance, you look at it. You know, it's Gimel, the Rebbe is going to explain it. It's Gimel. The Biobos explanation is a very simple one. The richtiger Teich from Bier, Royo Kisovoi, is a reinkommen in Ganzen. Coming, when you talk about a Yochid, you come in completely. When you talk about Am Yisrael comes into Yisrael, means completely all of them. Where do we see it? Al derech Maimar Chazal. The Gemara says in Chulun about the union of Tumeh. Bie b'miktsas lo yishmo bie. If somebody came into a place there's Tumeh and he didn't come in completely, it's not called bie. Und neu sie fällt auf viele nur ein bisschen in dem reinkommen. It's missing a little bit. It didn't go in completely. Heißt es nicht, der Emes ist Schleimus vom Bier. It is beer, but it's not called Shleimus. Because the Rebbe says in the footnotes that there are some things that even if you didn't go in completely, it's also not good already. It's not good, but it's not Shleimus. When it's Shleimus, you came in completely. Al beer b'mayim v'toyer, it's a posik in Parshas Shmini, beer b'mayim v'toyer, Tvile. How does Tvile have to be? Unbelievable. Tvile darf sein, a Tvile ha'ho, oyer bo b'mayim. It has sholem, not even one hair should stick out from the water, then it's not called Tvile. The Rebbe brings down from the Tzemach Tzedek, unbelievable. Tzemach Tzedek says, according to the Alter Rebbe, he says that if something is sticking out, is lekula alme, it is the rise that it's not good. So we see that what means right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Dafke batoy has to be dafke everything, even one hair shouldn't stick out. Yeah. The farm main Tavo, so what do we see what means Tavo? Oyokisovoi means not you, not one, not two, not three, all of them. The farm main Tavo, dafke lacha Yerusha ve'yeshiva. That's why it says Tavoi. What is Tavoi? Lacha Yerusha ve'yeshiva. When not done, only then is when in ganzen rein in Eretz Yisrael, in a neuen Fund, is Yashvus. It should be Yashvus, is everybody. Noch when the Rebbe says even more, it's had a Achdus von Eden. Eden are Achdus, Eden are one. The Mele is Kolzman, es ist nicht gewend, is Yashvus von alle Eden, as long as not all the Eden came in, was darf man sein dort, beautiful. Why only those was darf man sein dort? Because Reuven, the God in the Chotz Shevet Menashe, stayed outside, they didn't come in. So whoever had to come in, the 99 Shvotim that had to come in, have to be there completely all inside. Fällt euch in dem Tove von jeder Eden. Each and every one is missing. Agam Baim Bifrat is a Shen Lacha Yerusha Veshive. He has already his place. 6 years he has already his place. It's not called Yashvus till everybody comes in. Lacha Yerusha Veshive Chelek, and the far is the MSB in Eretz Yisrael, Davke noch Kibush V'chilu Eretz Yisrael. We learn footnote number 21, very interesting, very geschmack footnote. I remember the Fabrengi when the Rebbe spoke about it, very warm, and I think that the Rebbe was even crying when the Rebbe mentioned this Indian. Unbelievable. Let's learn footnote 21. Likkutei Sichos Shom, Shom, shall pizeh, according to what we just said, that Kisoboy means complete. Everybody, Meturetzes at Miagdol, the Rebbe is going to give an answer on a very, very interesting question that we have. Avaz Bikurim, Yono Oidoel Hashem. What's Bikurim? Bikurim is, it's not a of a kom, it's not a chatos, it's not a oshom, it's not a shlomim, it's coming in thanking the Eibusha for giving you every year the new fruits. You wieder lo shlot yorad lech sode ro teino shebikro, he puts a color ribbon on it, and this is the first one, then he takes all the shivas aminim, and he brings it to Yerushalayim. What is it? Avaz become sheinu fut toivo. What's fut toivo in English? I don't even know the word. Anyway, he appreciates something, did something for him, he's appreciating it, and he's not, looking at the side or denying it. The Rebbe has a beautiful question. If it's a of Foidoye, in not being Foidoye, we mentioned before, somebody was there, got his place. As soon as he finished the 7 years, he got his place. 100 people got a place. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 or 7 years, he could have bring Bikurim already. He has his own house. He says his family lives with him. Everything is fine. Why doesn't he bring Bikurim? He's a free Tavo. So the Rebbe says, we can't so close. Was it take it? Tavo. Not 8 years later. Take it. But according to what we just established, that it's not called coming in only when everybody is there. That's why it doesn't have to bring it. There's no mitzvah of bringing it. The Rebbe added on them by the Siche another very interesting point that in Bikurim has a very special mitzvah that not all the mitzvahs have. Bikurim, the Rambam in Aloche brought down, has to be with a special simcha. We came, with the axe, with all the things on them, and then people came together with them, and they brought it in silver or gold baskets to give him. So there's a special mitzvah in Bikurim, has to be besimcha. So the Rebbe finished, I think the Rebbe was crying then. The Rebbe said, why do we wait till the last Jew gets? Because Ayid that has already 7, 8 years his place. How could it be besimcha if there's one Jew that didn't get his place and he doesn't have Israel kein Eretz Yisrael? That's why we can't bring it. Okay. And das ist the kesher. Now we're going to find the kesher in Parshas Tavo and Chayel. And das ist the kesher zwischen Parshas Tavo and Chayel. Der häufigste von Teuras HaChasidus, was ist das Galig und durch Baal Shem Tov und dem alten Rebben, ist, als der Avoide von Teuro Mitzvah soll getan werden an Neufung von Tavo. Chai Elul comes out in Parshas Tavo. The Baal Shem Tov, the Alter Rebbe came to teach us how we make Tavo in every mitzvah, in everything that we learn. We do it in a way of Tov. What means Tavo we just said? Either you in Ganzen or Kol Am Yisrael coming to Eretz Yisrael. Reingehen, the Rebbe underlined, in Ganzen, completely in der Avoide. Whenever you do Avoide, it should be with warmth, with passion, with Ave, with Tiere to the Eibishter. Bis also bleibt nicht über keine Kude in den Menschen, was es nicht durchgenommen mit Teure Mitzvah, come on. The Rebbe put here this foundation of his innovation of the Siche, what the Alter Rebbe and Baal Shem Tov innovated, that is that we should Tavo, we have to come in Ganzen, and he's going to explain it. Come on, the Rebbe says later he's going to explain it more in detail, everything very precise, and to be able to understand what it teaches us, the innovation of the Baal Shem Tov with Alter Rebbe. Geschehen, wie in dem Jem von Tavo ist eine Veranz 2 Yonim, we just established that there's 2 Yonim in Tavo. Der Klolus the Gerim von Tavo, Tavo you coming in, and then the Protim and Oivim in them Tavo, we reach Tavo Yeshavtavo. Tavo means everybody. When is that? When everybody is in, then is we reach Tavo Yeshavtavo. How could it be we reach Tavo Yeshavtavo? Dafke after everybody gets it. Also there is a neue Chai Elul. Look at this parallel from the Parsha with Chai Elul. Same as we find here 2 things. Also is eine neue Chai Elul voran ähnliche 2 Yonim. Aleph, der Yomelet von Baal Shem Tov, der Meyaseh von Teures Achsidus HaKlolis, in Chai Elul, the Baal Shem Tov was born. And this is the one that innovated Teures Achsidus HaKlolis, and also the Yomelet von dem Alten Rebbe, der Meyaseh von Teures Achsidus, what it's called Chabad. But the Chelek zwischen they is, what is the difference between Baal Shem Tov and Alter Rebbe? What did the Baal Shem Tov innovate? What did Alter Rebbe add? The Rebbe says, was the Chelek zwischen they, kepiskam kvoit nushas moe b'chamad, what the Friedrich Rebbe in Atomim brings down, as the Baal Shem Tov would bewiesen, wie man darf dienen dem Eibishter. He told us how we have to serve the Eibishter. What is Alter Rebbe innovating on top of it? Wie man darf dienen dem Eibishter, was das ist bedugmet zum Ingen Kloli von Tovoi. Tovoi come in, how to serve the Eibishter. Der Alte Rebbe bewiesen, wie kennen seine Oived Hashem? How could you do it? Du sagst, wir herabzubringen, das bepoel, koilel vo iker im Protim. Main thing of the Alte Rebbe to bring it down. Baal Shem Tov made the klolosdike Inyan, Tovoi to come in, how to serve the Eibishter. And the Alte Rebbe brought it down in details. We're going to learn later in the Siche, beautifully explain what it is. Bedugmet zu koilel vo iker im Protim, bedugmet zu v'yirisho v'shavtabo, where we're going to see it. Okay, so I think till you will learn that the parallel has to be something. Finding in Parshas Tavo that's parallel to Chai Elul because it comes out in the same Parsha. In the Shalosh says that it's always we have to find something in the Parsha. In here said the Rebbe not only in the Parsha, in the first word that this takes the whole Parsha, as the Rebbe says by all Parshas, whatever the name is, it's koinel the whole Parsha. Tavo is coming in. Virishto v'shavtabo is details. Everybody has to come in. Same thing as the Baal Shem Tov teaches us the info Tavo. The whole body should come in. And then the Alter Rebbe is going to innovate that each and every detail of us has to come in. We're going to preface something and then we're going to understand what it means. As the Gilui von Teures Achsidus is a Achonet to be as a Mashiach. He brings down from Kuntras Yonos of Teures Achsidus that what is Chassidus, innovation of Chassidus is that it's a preparation for Mashiach. So the Rebbe says, and this is Yadua, the Entwer for Mashiach, zum Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov writes in his letter that he made Aliyas Neshama, and he came to the chamber, to the cheder of the Mashiach, and he asked him, what did he enter him? Then he's Osimah. When you, innovation of Chassidus, is going to be coming out all over, then I'm going to come. Steht in Sifrei Kabbalah, the Rebbe brings down from Prietz Chaim, and also the Alter Rebbe in Likkutei. Very interesting. Sifrei Kabbalah is Likkutei. That's what it says in the Torah. Prietz Chaim, and Likkutei Shir Hashirim B'Sefer. Yeah. Okay. Steht in Sifrei Kabbalah, as bis Bias HaMoshiach seinen alle Geluim im Welt Tov und Chetzeni Isatik, und Moshiach wird öfter im Gilui und Pnimi Isatik. Anything that we are doing in this world till Moshiach comes, we could reveal Chetzonius Atik. There is Esther Spheres. Each oil has Esther Spheres. Each body has the Esther Koichos. They have Moichin and Midas. Chochma ben Edas. Then the Chesed Gvura Tiferes. Netzach Hoy Yisayt Malchus. Then we have Keser. Keser is above. Keser is higher than Moichin and Midas. Keser, we see literally as a Keser is being worn under it, not in the head, not in the heart. So we see that in Atik, in Keser is the Atik. That's Chetzonius and Pnimi Isatik. Till Moshiach is going to come, could reveal only Chitzoni Satik. About as Achone hat sich mehen von the Minion zu welcher is Achone. It's very interesting. Somebody's preparing for a bar mitzvah, for a optionish, or ear better. Now we could use it with our time. We're preparing to Rosh Hashanah. Are we preparing? We say that over there all Chodesh. We say extra titilim. We blow shofar every day. Motzei Shabbos we're going to say Sichos. So preparing with fear, with ire, with Indian of tshuva. Comes the Erev Sukkot, you don't prepare like going shofar and saying it over there. Erev Sukkot, you do it with simcha. The same thing is here also. Because we say that Chassidus is the Achone of Bias HaMoshiach, so we must come to a conclusion and say, as the Oivte of Chassidus is the Iyam from Pnimius, when Avodas Odom with Torah Mitzvahs. Chassidus innovated that when Aid is doing Torah Mitzvahs as the Abal Shem Tov, and the Alter Rebbe told us how to do it, we are bringing in Pnimius Atik in us. The far is Chassidus Mamshir, the Pnimius Nerikus, Pnimius Atik. If I say that Moshiach is going to come, is going to reveal the Pnimius Atik, Chassidus is bringing to Gilui Moshiach, so Chassidus is also Megale Pnimius Atik. Ois, hey, the Chelek zwischen Pnimius and Chitzonius in Parshas by a mention. Now we have to understand what is Chitzonius and Pnimius. We just said that there's a hint of Chitzonius Atik and Pnimius Atik. If you have Pnimius Atik, in Avodas HaOdom to bring it, what does it mean? It has to be relevant and related to us. So the Rebbe says, in general, it means Pnimius meant with a mensch is the Atzmoi, somebody's for himself. He has nothing to do with somebody else. He's not mashpia on somebody else, as he himself is. Chitzonius, where steht Sichos zu Chutz, zu Azulas, was is Oisere. Chitzonius is related to somebody else already. Now the Rebbe says in Afkeminetz, we should say in Avodah Sodom, what's the difference between Chitzonius and Pnimius? In our Avodah, every minute, every day, in everything that we do, in mitzvahs and in learning. That is very simple. Wenn ein Mensch tut das Satz, nur mit seinem Chitzonius, ist nicht da reingetan in dem mit seinem ganzen Etzem. Somebody does a mitzvah, but he does it with Chitzonius, so it's not his all Etzem is there. Und Pnimius, nicht sein ganzen Etzem auf Pnimius, nur bloß mit seinem Chitzonius. Und in dem Gufe, nur dem Adrege in ihm, was hat Scheiches zu mir, was ist Chutz von ihm. Und der Fahr bleibt und die Sache, was tut, zwei besondere Sachen. The Rebbe will explain later a little more in details. We say it now, that if somebody puts on tefillin every day, and he puts on the tefillin, which just might say, he could think about something else. So him and the tefillin are two separate things. When it's Pnimius, when it's Shaykh the in of Pnimius, that it takes him over, when he thinks why he's putting on the tefillin, he does the mitzvah with passion, with warmth, with ave, ve'ire, then it's completely different. Then it's Pnimius. Then it becomes, he and the tefillin is one thing, it's not two separate things. Shas, aber ein Mensch tut mit sich Pnimius, wenn he does a mitzvah with Pnimius, is reingetan in them. He's all engrossed, involved in that. But we bald as mit seinem Pnimius, is nicht okay, not for Rebbe, was is Chutz hier. A person, when he's created, his Pnimius is nothing to do with Chutz. Kum bemeile hois, as tu endika sagst, a fila a protis dike. When he does a simple mitzvah, he's giving it any mitzvah that he does, even sein Pnimius und Etzem, wer der Sache vereinzigt mit dem, wie ein Metzies. Oisvok. Das ist der Räufte von Gilui Achsidus. According to what we just said, that this is Achsidus is Achone to Gilui Moshiach. Gilui Moshiach is going to be Pnimius. It's a very simple thing. The Moshiach is going to come, it's going to be Pnimius. As we mentioned, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, that you're going to go and take a fruit from a tree, a hefker tree, an apple. So the tree is going to talk to you. It's going to be the roll called Bosor Yardov. It's going to tell you, Rabbi, don't take me, I'm Ole. Or don't take me, I belong to somebody. It's not hefker. That's what it's going to be. How is it being happened? Through our learning, Pnimius Torah, revealing our Pnimius in doing mitzvahs, that we become one with the mitzvah. Oisvok. Das ist der Oifte von Gilui Achsidus. Chassidus, aber Klolus Pnimius Torah, was hat angerufen, nicht mehr zu der Reise. Pnimius Torah is probably talking about Zoyar, Kishver Rizal, anything that is called Pnimius Torah, is called nicht mehr zu der Reise. There's Gufei Torah, Dingle, there's nicht mehr zu der Reise. What is the innovation of Chassidus? Is Megale, the Nekudas Achayus, von Aiden in alle Torah mitzvahs. It's revealing you're living your life with the mitzvah. Was die Tchune von Chayus ist, hat das Wert vereinzigt mit der Sach, was selber lebt. Der Rebbe brings an in der Aures, der Rebbe is explaining here in the Sicha, that when a goof is alive, it's not that somebody is making the goof alive. The life force becomes one with the goof. The Rebbe is bringing proof. The proof is that you see that somebody is, God forbid, somebody, a goof without not alive, when the neshama comes in, it doesn't get more rewarding. Right? The highest is making this guf high. And the same thing we see also in a very good moshe that Mashpim are using, that somebody comes into a room and it's dark. So God forbid, he could fall and he could break his head. He doesn't see. When you put on the light, what did you do? You didn't change anything in the room. You just made lights so you could see whatever is going on, where you're allowed to go, where you're not allowed to go. So the Rebbe is saying, it's not Moishiv Naye Proti. Chayus is not Moishiv in the limbs, not Moishiv nothing. In the Zach was Baleb. In a guf Chay, is an Nifara Merevov, in a guf Mes, this is the Chayus comes in, there's no more limbs. Chayus bepoyel is nicht kein besondere Zach von dem Wasser Baleb. Chayus is not a separate thing from this. Footnote 32 is beautiful from the Rebbe Nishmos Eden. Kedo Aina in base. The Zesha Guf Chay, this what the body is alive. Not that he has something that is making him alive. The Guf is Chay. Das ist die Neshama von dem Guf, von dem Baleb. Jeder Nekude von Guf is a lebendige Nekude. Each and every part of the body is alive. And the Tavo of them is, weil Chayus is the Neshama Pnimis von Menschen. What's the reason that that's how it is? Because the Chayus is our Neshama and our Pnimius of each and every one. The far is an Ort, wo Chayus kommt on, nennt es durch dem Ort in Ganzen. As soon as you get Chayus, the whole body is Chay. Das ist der Reif von Chassidus in the meaning of Torah mitzvahs. Now we're coming to a very interesting point. What Chassidus innovated? What was before Chassidus? What did Baal Shem Tov innovate? What did the Alter Rebbe add? Das ist der Reif von Chassidus in the meaning of Torah mitzvahs. Der Limud HaTorah und Kiyum HaMitzvahs kann sein in der Neufen, als der Eid und die Torah mitzvahs sind mit zwei Sachen. Lernt Torah, versteht Torah, he does mitzvahs, everything is fine. It's not him. It's two separate things. And the Rebbe says, the Choyre, afilu b'limud HaTorah, the Alter Rebbe says in Likkutei, in Tanya, Perikei, was durch dem Wert, wie wir in Tanya, if you learn Torah, Ichud niflo, shein Ichud komoyu, leis lachodim v'chulu. There's no such unification as I eat when he learns Torah. The Torah is surrounding his brain. His brain is surrounding the Torah. They become a Ichud niflo with the Eibishter. So the Choyre, we say that there's a Ichud niflo. Are you telling me that there could be somebody's learning, and it's two separate things? He and the Torah is not Ichud. So the Rebbe is answering, ja, ich und nicht mit Neubesten, ist es bei mir geht sein Koyach HaSeichel. His Seichel is going to be connected with Eibishter, but his body is a separate thing. What is Chassidus innovating? Chassidus aber Amon zum Beweis die Weg, also jeder kann megale sein, sein Pnimius und Chais. It's showing us, it's teaching us, it's giving us the Koyches. To what? To reveal by us the Pnimius and Chais. Mitzat Pnimius, in Aid, is Aid, ein Zach mit Torah mitzvahs. Because the Eid is an Neshama. He has a Chelek Elokam Mal Mamish. So with revealing this, it's very easy. So the Neshama becomes one with the Eibishter. You put on tefillin, you and the tefillin is one thing. It's not two separate things. And just as a joke, but I davened in a shul as a little child, so there was one davening very long. And a guest came into the shul. After Shemoneh Esrei, everybody was waiting for him. He's like a little robe. Then he says, Shalom Aleichem, where are you coming from? Where were you? In Danzig? Were you in your business? Were you in America? Where were you? It could be davening and it could be it's not there. It's not him. Okay. Ois Zayin. Yerushalayim Zayin. Yeah.
I couldn't daven this long with it.
But there was one very special long. Yeah. Everybody will start laughing. I mean, he goes over and says, Shalom Aleichem. What's Shalom Aleichem? Where are you coming from? Where were you in the middle of Shemoneh Esrei? Thank you. Okay. Das ist euch das Bohren, bei der Rechefscher. Der Rebbe sagt bei Verbringen, also Friedrich reizt nach Meimer, bei der Rechefscher, bei Yesh Shloima. There was a basket for sure 100%, it's not by the Rechefscher. The Rebbe, I don't know why, people say, I don't know why. The Rebbe says by the Rechefscher. By us it's 1000%, not by the Rechefscher. Das ist euch das Bohren, bei was Chassidus ist der Achone zu be some Mashiach. When es wird das Gale werden, now we'll understand also, what is the explanation that achone, the preparation for Moshiach is davke Pnimius, davke Chassidus, and that is going to be this gala, the Indian of Pnimius Ad. Alle Mathematiken von Gestaltschluss bis Chetzeni Yisatik, give me a note for Ametzies, this is Chutz und Atzmus is Borch. Yeah, we see. First, an example for it is the Rebbe created the world in so many tzimtzumim that it came down to Olam Hazeh. Yeah, Olam Hagash, that's Ellen, it's smiling of Elikus, then you look simple, it's smiling. It's Hacheni, it's revealing. As Avraham Avinu saw the sun coming up and down, it says, it's impossible that somebody came and spilled the ink in the middle of the night. You have a picture for $10 million. No way in the world. If the sun comes up and goes down, there's somebody, there's somebody who's doing it. So when it comes to law, with the Rebbe created law, he created such things that till it's against the Likkutei. This is what the Rebbe wants. He needs mechaye that we should fight and do his coffee in the sapre and not go to it. So anything that's lower than Chetzeni Satik, there is something there chutz. And the Tavo and Pnimi Satik wird this gale in Oilumes. Moshiach is going to come. It's going to be revealed Pnimi Satik. He says in a noif mas vel bem tziuso mit Likkutei werden kav yochel ein zach. What's going to be then? Ein oit milvade. As we said, it's an interesting thing. It says in Beis Hamikdash there was Ezras Noshim, Ezras Yisrael, Ezras Koyanim. They made on the floor. They made I forgot what it's called, Rosh Pistasim. There was little things sticking out. When you come there, you should see that there's some kind of stuff. In Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi, it's not going to be. Why? Because when Ayit is going to come into the Beis Hamikdash, and he's Israel, and he's going to go, this place is going to scream, hey, stop, don't go further. This is for the Koyan, not for you. So we see the Eloikus, Mamish Bebuchesh. Gashmish is going to talk to us. With any boss, we're going to see Eloikus. How's it happening? Because it's Pnimi Satik. Pnimi Satik is only Kodesh, there's no Chutz, there's no Sitrache, there's no things against the Eibishter. And Pnimi Satik wird das Gale in Neulemes, ist es ein Neufen, as well beim Sichos mit Telekus werden Kaviochel einsach, einot milvade. Very interesting to mention that there's it says Vaikro Shom Avrom, the Rebbe stark gekocht. Wir sagten, the Rebbe, he said it very passionately, he said the idea, Vaikro Shom Avrom, Mishem Hashem Kei Loilo. Al Tikre Vaikro Elo Vayakrin, the Rebbe said, in the first time that the Rebbe accepted and insist. So it says very interesting, Vaikro Shom Avrom, Mishem Hashem Kei Oilo. So I think that Rebbe Nezra, if I'm not mistaken, Rebbe Nezra said, it doesn't say Keil Oilom. Why? What is wrong with Keil Oilom? Keil Oilom, this is not the idea. Keil Oilom shows that there's a Oilom and there's a master of the world. Keil Oilom. What is Keil Oilom? Im and Oilom is the same thing. It's one thing. Yeah, Rebbe. Yeah. So the Mashiach is going to come. It's going to be Keil Oilom. It's going to be Eloikus. Einot Milvade. Everything is going to be Eloikus. Ches. Now the Rebbe is going to explain the difference between the Alter Rebbe and the Baal Shem Tov. What's the innovation of the Baal Shem Tov? What the Alter Rebbe add on. The Alter Rebbe is something addition to the Baal Shem Tov. In the Chayes Odom, was gesagt, Mispashet in Guf, seine Faran zwei Madreges. We just learned till now that the Chayes is giving the whole body is alive, but still there is two different Chayes. And I'll say it, Balped, we're going to go inside. There is a Chayes, when the Chayes is alive, the whole body is alive. The eye is alive, everything is alive. But you can see it. Why? Because you don't have the specific oil that goes into the eye, and not even more, the oil of seeing is going to go into the nose. You're not going to be able to see. It has to be compatible, the oil and the kli. So we see that there's two chayes. There's a chayes kloli, the eye is alive, the nose is alive, everything is alive. But then comes the chayes proti for each and every one separate. And the Rebbe brings down very, very beautiful. When we're talking about the chayes kloli, the whole body is included, the head and the feet and everything. When it comes to chayes proti, obviously the Rav Nosson brings down that the heel of the foot is called Malach HaMovesh Shebodam. The oil there is so low, the oil that is specific for the heel is so low that it's called Malach HaMovesh. It's like that. And we see also, you should know, by elderly people, they have to go to places and they take off. There is mamish dead skin there. And they just take it off with a thing that you make, of English. Forget what it's called. Something that you make coleslaw, things that you make. That's what you use on it. Or a stone. There are stones that it takes it off. It's called Malach HaMovesh. This is only when you talk about detail. So there is two ways of chayes. Let's learn inside. All of the chayes slowly was baleb the ganzen guf. One chayes that the whole body is the same thing, is alive. Mit alle seine Wochen beschoben. There's no difference. Dem chayes is nicht kein chilukim von ein Eber und zwei. No difference. Base, the chayes proti. Then there's the chayes proti. Was ist ausgemosten, jeden Eber seine Trunos. It's measured according to each and every one. Let's learn footnote 37 from the Rebbe Rashab in Samarvov. The eye is alive from the general life. Yes, Rebbe Rashab says clear that there's two ways of chayes. The chayes, what was is ausgemacht in jedem Eber Leute seine Trunos, was uns dem chayes wird der Rekov sheberegel angerufen, auf ist der Rav Nosson kolzet, Malach HaMovesh Shebodam. Bald as the chayes is nicht mehr begil. According to this, what we just learned, that in Chayes, there's two different levels of Chayes. This is the idea of the Baal Shem Tov and the Alter Rebbe. as der Unterschied zwischen dem Chais Achsidis, was ist nimmt, wenn es gar nicht geworden durch Baal Shem Tov. The difference between what the Baal Shem Tov brought down in dem Chais, was ist nimmt, wenn es gar nicht geworden durch alten Reben, is al der Chilik zwischen die zwei von Chais. It's going to be the same thing as we learned here, that in each and everyone's Chais, there's a Chais Kloli, a Chais Proti, Baal Shem Tov brought down a Chais Kloli, the Alter Rebbe brought it down in details in each and every limb, each and every mitzvah, in each and every time we learn Torah, as what it is. The Rebbe here is the Likkutei of the Sichos, the difference what the Baal Shem Tov innovated in the Alter Rebbe. And it's very mechayev, what he says, obligating to see what the Rebbe says, what Chassidus is, and what we have to look for, what we have to do. And the Rebbe says later that the Alter Rebbe and the Baal Shem Tov giving us koyach how to do it. The Baal Shem Tov was megalig then. But the Baal Shem Tov innovate. What was bad before the Baal Shem Tov? The Baal Shem Tov megalig then a highest kloli in Torah mitzvahs. Highest kloli in Torah mitzvahs. Was bechlolus hat sich das ausgedrückt in dem Ingen von Emune. The Baal Shem Tov brought in a Emune in all the Eden. Und a gamas der koyach Emune nemdu chale koyachos ha-nefesh und poilt auf sie in a neufen von Chayes, was nimmt die Durach im Ganzen. Emune takes over the whole body. כמו שנאמר וצדיק באמונוסו יחיה, Tzadik lives with his emune, and also it's interesting that the Alter Rebbe brings in Tanya that afilu akal shebekal moisa nafshi al kiddush Hashem. Where is it coming from? Comes from emune. What is missing here by this guy? The protein is missing there. God forbid he just did a big avere. God forbid he ate that that's also to eat. That's treif. Somebody comes over to him a minute later and says, bow down to the idol. What is he going to do? Moisa nefesh al kiddush Hashem. Afilu kal shebekal. Why? They worry him. He did not get through yet. Only his emune. That Baal Shem Tov innovated emune. That we have emune in the Eibishter, we serve the Eibishter with emune. Meint es aber nicht, als der Chais emune nimmt durch, jetzt in Koyach Ruach mit Zat Proti. Proti ist die Keyonim not. The guy just did a Avere in his Meister Nefesh. Because this is just a general, klolus dike Chais that Baal Shem Tov brought in. Und man sagt, a million kloli. Jeden Koyach was verbunden mit der Nekudas emune von der Neshama. Each and every one has the Chais kloli. As we said, the heel and the head have the same Chais as everybody has the same chayes. Now there with the chayes kloli, same thing what we just learned, the chayes kloli in our body. Because then durch Halle Ivorim, as we said before, that a goof that when he's alive, is not something he's making him alive. He is alive. He is aber nicht verbunden mit dem Proti von jedem Eber. This is what is missing there. Baal Shem Tov had to innovate something that's telling us that our whole body is in a union of emuneh. No, mit den Likkutei klolis von Halle Ivorim. It's connected to Halle Ivorim. Was ist ein Teil von Geforder. But this is the innovation of the Baal Shem Tov. Der Alter Rebbe hat aber mamshich ben Achayes in jedem Koyach von der Neshome und in jedem Avoide in Teuro Mitzvahs euch mit dem Teuch und Proti von dem Koyach. In der Akdome of Tanya, what is the Alter Rebbe writing? That I used to accept all the people and giving them advice how to serve the Eibishter. Everybody told me their problems, and I gave each and every one out. Each and every one has his own problem. There's no two people with the same problem. The Alter Rebbe says, came a time that I can't do it, so I'm writing a Sefer Tanya Kadisha, that each and every one is going to get the advice how to do with each and everyone's problem. Baal Shem Tov is a close dikoyroe. The Alter Rebbe went down to each and every detail. That's Sefer Tanya. And obviously, after Tanya comes Likkutei Torah, and then all the Mamor from all the Rabbein. What does it do? It brings us to Ave Ve'ire in a level that it takes through each and every limb of you, each and every mitzvah is done, with apnimius that you become one with the mitzvah, same thing when you learn from. Der Alter Rebbe hat aber mamshich ben Achayes in jedem Koyach von der Neshome und in jeder Avoide in Teuro Mitzvahs. Euch mit dem Teuchen Proti von dem Koyach. Al der wird der Chais Proti, was ist ausgemossen mit ihm Proti von jedem Neighbor. For each and every one, how to do it, and each and every one has his own Proti, when he does Lule, when he does Shofar, when he does Zoke, when he does each and everything, the Alter Rebbe is teaching him how to do it, and how to do it with Apnimius. Mustafar is es verbunden mit Chabad. What is the Kol Torah Chassidus HaKloli, is the Baal Shem? The Alter Rebbe is Kol Torah Chassidus Chabad. Was why Chabad? Seichel ist die Pule von Seichel und durch Teufel sein die Protik Zovis. Und der Muskel, und in der Neufen, was sich muslabisch in die Koyach Nefesh und Poelten sei, ist der Neufen, die mir euch und dem Teuch und Protik von dem Koyach. Chabad is taking Chassidus and is bringing it down until Mesholim, until we talk to the highest level of Kedusha, highest levels of Elikus. And he bring it down in his Beeren. The Rebbe said it a lot of times that bring it. That we understand that mamish with our own seichel, then it becomes each and every limb of us, each and every prat, each and every thing that we do is being done with our seichel pimi. Oistes. Agam as the highest what in Rebbe is going to answer a very gishmak an unbelievable explanation, very fundamental sikhe, what the Baal Shem Tov gave us koyach and he demanded from us. But the Alter Rebbe gave us koyach, demanded from us, and he gave us koyach how to do it. As Tanya is the union of eitzes, advice, how to get over, now to serve the Eibishter, obviously get rid of the Yitzchore, Iskafi and Isabri and all these things that we have to do. Now the Rebbe is saying, that the Baal Shem Tov innovated something. The Alter Rebbe added on something, who has to be higher? The Alter Rebbe. Because he's adding on something to the Baal Shem Tov. When you look in first glance, we see that the Baal Shem Tov is a higher level. So it doesn't make sense. The Rebbe is going to answer it very geschmack. Oistes, Agama ze chayes protis lechoire, anita ze kirdage in chayes kloli. The Rebbe gives two reasons that the Alter Rebbe's innovation lechoire is lower than the Baal Shem Tov. Warum? Two things. Aleph, is aber grenitz der chayes, is limited to each and every limb. It's not like the chayes kloli. It's an old body. Shows a much higher level of chayes. Walter is ausgemosten Leute. Never is modeled, is measured according to the Ever. Base, der Bittel von Ever zum Chais ist nicht das tiefer Bittel, weil das der Chais geht an Nord in a Proti von dem Ever. Very interesting. When you have a Chais Kloli, so the body is bottled to the Chais. When you have a Chais Proti, the koyach of seeing comes into the eye, although the eyelid could see, because of the koyach, is not bottled completely. Because it sees that the koyach oriye is specifically coming to him. So it's not bottled. So I have two reasons that the Baal Shem Tov is much higher. Rabbi says, nay. So Bafaran Amayle, in the Chayes Proti, or in Chayes Kloli. Visas in Aim, to the Choyfa Dovo Chodosh. There's an innovation in the Chayes Proti, much more than in the Chayes Kloli, but the Baal Shem Tov innovated, and till the Rebbe calls it Dovo Chodosh. Something new that the Alter Rebbe innovated. Das Gufe, was Chayes Kloli ist nicht verbunden mit Dina Proti, für jeden Never, ist ein Beweis, dass in ihm trägt sich nicht durch, die Shleimus Achayus Mamish. When is Shleimus Achayus? When each and every one thinks about every detail of the body, eyes, nose, all the senses, in everything. Chayus Kloli is one. It doesn't show and Plimius that he gives over to the Chayus. Because the Far nimmt nicht durch euch dem in a Protemeger. The Chayus Kloli doesn't make you see, doesn't make you smell, doesn't make you hear, because this is only a Chayus Kloli. Darf gehen dem Chayus Proti that Alter Rebbe innovated. Was nimmt durch die Woche mit Zazerin a Proti und in a Neuf für Chayus, right? Die Koyach brings in Koyach and you could see. Was nimmt sie durch den Ganzen, bringt sich euch Shleimus Achayus Mamish. So when you see the Shleimus Achayus, darf gehen die Proti not in the club. Now there's when it gets to Chassidus Chabad. Now we see that Chassidus Chabad is now much higher level that the Torah of the Baal Shem Tov innovated. Darf geht durch dem, was der alte Rebbe hat Mamscher gewählt. Dem Chayes von Chassidus in die Protei Koychos HaNefesh Leitzei Teuchel. I think we could say it also that the alte Rebbe, after Peterburg, there was an old change in the Anoge, old change in the Chassidus, and we see the Chassidus of the Baal Shem Tov, like the Polish Chassidus, not Chassidus Chabad, is an aif of Remozim and those. It's beautiful. I mean, all this form that they have is very beautiful, but it doesn't have this idea of Chabad. If you're explaining it with Seichel till you understand it, it takes through each and every limb of you, each and every mitzvah that you do, with your whole body, and you become one with it. It's not two things. Now there is when it gets to Chassidus Chabad. Darf geht durch dem, was der alte Rebbe. But Mamshir ben Chayes for Chassidus, in the Protei Koychos HaNefesh Leitzei Teuchel, as we said before, the advice in Tanya is for each and every one of his problems. I could serve the Eibishter as it's supposed to be. But the Mamshir given the Shleimuso Torah Baal Shem Tov. The Rebbe calls it over Chodosh. The Rebbe says it Mamshir Shleimus the Torah Baal Shem Tov. Was the Fall wer euch the Protei Koychos durchgenommen mit Chayes und Chassidus. Comes Chassidus Chabad. It takes through in the Avoide is. And das ist euch der Kesher zwischen Chai Elul und Parshas Tavo. Now we'll see again what is the connection between Parshas Tavo and Chai Elul. The Chai is Kloli from Torah Chassidus Kloli is beautiful. Just in the word Kisobo El Oretz. Then it says we reach over Yishavtabo. We have the Alter Rebbe and the Baal Shem Tov. Kisobo is the Baal Shem Tov. You come and give it your whole body. The whole body. What the Alter Rebbe did? We reached over Yishavtabo. You conquer it and you sit there. It's based Yashvus. Each and every part that you do is L'Shem Hashem. The highest Kloli von Torah Chassidus HaKlolis is Nirmas in the minion von Tovoi was made. Reinkommen in Ganzen, the whole body. In the Avoide von Torah Mitzvahs, yeah, you do it fulfill as it's supposed to be with the Muneh. Was das mit der Likkutei Achayes, was Torah Chassidus geht rein in der Avoide von Torah Mitzvahs. What the Baal Shem Tov innovated. And after that comes the Alter Rebbe, the Nord Daf Mamshir Zay, the Chayes Kloli in the Protei Koychos Atzmon, in each and every limb, in each and every detail, was just made, and as we said before, when A'id comes in and is already a few years there, it doesn't mean that it's the Isyashvus. Isyashvus is when all the protein, all the Idla are coming in. Same thing is here also. When it's V'yirishto v'yeshavto, but what does it mean? Mitrokta rob dem chayes kloli. You take this chayes kloli the Baal Shem Tov innovated, and he gave us the emuneh, he gave us the koyach to serve the Eibishter. You bring it down, in Chassidus brings it down, in Isyashvus. No more chayes kloli, but it's nice Isyashvus. In the protei koyach HaNefesh you bring it down, was das ist durch der Teuras Chassidus Chabad. Sure.